Hello Mr. Trump, my name is INTAN SOFEANA binti AKHSAN. I am student of Organization and Computer Architecture and I'm here to help you in creating a video of a computer hardware installation and how to install Windows 10 step by step. So first thing first, let me briefly explain the safety measures for computer hardware installation. Wear proper apparel, avoid acrylic or wool sweaters when working with electronic parts. Do not wear loose-fitting clothing, rings, bracelets, etc. Unplug all computer equipment and peripherals before opening any covering cases. Check for damaged parts. Do not force components into computer ports. Use an anti-static wrist strap or discharge yourself by touching a grounded metal object such as a computer casing. Power supplies produce several levels of voltage. Read the information on the power supply carefully and make sure that the power supply you are using is appropriate for the application. Replace all cases or coverings after inspections or installation. Check all circuits and installations with the instructor before power is applied. Retain all screws during disassembly in containers such as film canisters for proper reassembly. Electronic components should never become hot. Hot components means that there is a problem with the circuit. Disconnect any power immediately. The most important safety rule of all, Mr. Trump, ABC. Always be careful. Next, I would like you to know some of introduction of computer hardware. Computer hardware is the physical parts or components of a computer, such as the case, Central Processing Unit or CPU, monitor, mouse, keyboard, computer data storage, graphics card, sound card, speakers, and motherboard. I am sure you will want to know what are the brands, the prices, and how you can buy them, right? So, these are based on my own suggestion for a smooth operating computer system after the installation. Hardware is limited to specifically designed tasks that are taken independently, very simple. Software implements algorithms, which is problem solution that allow the computer to complete much more complex tasks. Let's move on to the main highlight of our event, step-by-step instructions on computer hardware setup. Step 1. Procuring parts. First, you will need to buy the parts necessary to build the computer. The parts we will use in this project are as stated. Step 2. Gather tools and supplies. Gather the tools you will need for the project. Step 3. Open the case. Step 4. Install motherboard. Follow these steps to install the motherboard in the case. Step 5. Install case fan. The case fan is usually installed on the back panel of the case. If the fan mount is not obvious, consult the case documentation. Step 6. Install the CPU. The CPU is the brain of the computer. It is installed on the motherboard in the circuit shown in the video. Step 7. Install the CPU fan. The CPU fan is really a combination of a heat sink and fan together. The unit draws heat away from the CPU. Step 8. Install RAM. The RAM is the temporary memory location that the processor works from. Permanently stored data is pulled from disk and stored in RAM while the processor works with it. Step 9. Install power supply. Consult your case documentation for details and then follow these directions to install the power supply. Step 10. Install hard drive. The hard drive is the device that stores all your data. Step 11. Install optical drive. The optical drive is 5.25-inch wide and it is installed in the drive bay that we removed the cover from in the previous step. Cable access considerations apply to this drive also. Step 12. Connect cables. With all of the components installed in the case, the jungle of wires can be daunting. It is important to consult the motherboard manual. The last step is wrap up. Now that the components are completely installed, the last thing to do is to reinstall the side panels on the case. The computer is now ready to be turned on and to have software loaded on it. If the computer has problems starting up, check all component connection and mounting to make sure that you have hooked everything up correctly. Next, let's proceed to the introduction of Windows 10 operating system. Windows 10 is a series of operating systems developed by Microsoft and released as part of its Windows NT family of operating systems. Windows 10 was made available for download via MSDN and TechNet and as a free upgrade for retail copies of Windows 8 via the Windows Store. Windows 10 receives new builds on an ongoing basis which are available at no additional cost to users, in addition to additional test builds of Windows 10 which are available to Windows insiders. Devices in enterprise environments can receive these updates at a slower pace or use long-term support milestones that only receive critical updates such as security patches over their 10-year lifespan of extended support. Step-by-step explanation on Windows 10 installation. Last but not least, I would like to point out some benefits of learning on how to install hardware and software of Windows 10 by our own. First, of course, we are going to save a lot of money because we can choose our own hardware components based on our personal budget. You also can improve your skills in technology way much more and even can make money from it, as many people nowadays are so lazy to learn by their own. I hope with these tutorial videos can help you on gaining knowledge in technology. That's all from me. Thank you.